was your reaction when you heard today's decision?
Well, I was very gratified for the family of Patrick Lyoya because so many times we see, even though you have all the evidence in the world, that they still won't press charges against police officers who kill people of color, especially Black people, unjustly.
Do you believe that this case, what you've seen so far, is all the evidence in the world?
Absolutely. He is running away. He is retreating from him. There is no reason to use this deadly force and shoot him in the back of the head, blowing his brains out. No reason to do that.
So how about what's next? What are your thoughts on the trial? Can he receive a fair trial here in Kent County?
Well, we pray after looking at, the jury in Minneapolis, Minnesota, giving a fair trial to George Floyd, after seeing the jury in South Georgia give a fair trial to the family of Ahmaud Arbery, we pray that Grand Rapids can give a fair trial in holding the police officer who unjustly killed Patrick Lyoya responsible.
There were a lot of comparisons made today by Attorney Johnson about George Floyd. Compare the two. Does this tragedy could it get the same attention worldwide?
I think it's going to get a lot of attention worldwide because Patrick was from Africa, from the Congo. And so it becomes an international matter just by virtue of Patrick being a African citizen who was here in America on a visa.
Why did you take this case?
Because like so many of my cases, you take cases that just shock your conscience. I know I can't take every one of them. We get 500 calls a day, but like my personal hero, Thurgood Marshall, he took cases that shocked his conscience. And I used the same pattern to select the cases that I'm going to represent and fight for. And it certainly shocks everyone's conscience as you watch it unfold. This traffic stop, it's a misdemeanor. You're thinking worst case scenario, he runs away. The officer got the car, he got the tag, but certainly no one would imagine that it will rise to the level of deadly force for a minor traffic stop. That doesn't happen to everybody in America. It seems to happen most commonly to Black people in America.
Attorney Johnson today mentioned that he has the state police report now and he will be releasing information to the media. Have you seen that report?
I have. Attorney Ben Johnson is my very able co-counsel, and we talk every day and we strategize every day to make sure that we can get full justice on behalf of the family of Patrick Lyoya and his children.
When you look at today, at the end of the day today, is today a win?
Well, it's never really a win because a win would be Patrick being here today, being able to live out the destiny that God has for him. But what today is a step in the right direction. It's no guarantee that justice will be had, but it is at least a step in the right direction.
Taking a look at social media today, I've seen the same comments that I've seen since the beginning of when this happened. If he would have just listened to the police officer, this wouldn't happen. What do you say to people who say that?
Well, one of the most amazing things happened when I represented Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. Remember, everybody was chanting, "Hands up, don't shoot." And when people were making those arguments, white college students from Stanford University who thought that it was completely unjust for the police officer to shoot a young unarmed Black man just from running away from him, they started doing a campaign online called #CrimingWhileWhite. And you have thousands of white people who don't comply every day in America with police commands, and nobody shoots and kills them.
What else, what do you want to say to the people of West Michigan as they watched this today? So many people tuned in to see what Prosecutor Becker was going to say. What do you want to say to the people of West Michigan as we now will be going through this trial?
Well, the whole world will be watching West Michigan to see if Patrick Lyoya could get equal justice in the United States of America in the courtrooms of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Thank you. Thank you for taking time.
You're very welcome.